Hi, it's Grammy from Grammy and Grandpa Read, and today I have a book for you called The Runaway Turkey, and it's a Rugrats book. It's by Wendy Wax and illustrated by Larissa Marantz and Shannon Bergman. Get up, Mommy, Angelica hollered as she shook her mother awake. Today is my big day. Angelica was so excited she could barely eat her waffles. Her class had a float in the Thanksgiving Day parade, and Angelica was going to sit on the throne. She had been practicing her royal wave all week. Dee Dee, Betty, and Kira found the great spot at the parade. "We're over here," they called to Charlotte and Angelica. "I'm in the parade," Angelica was bragging. "Can we be in it too?" Kimmy asked. "No way," replied Angelica. Tommy spotted a brown mat. "What is that?" he asked. "Something to jump on?" Kimmy cried. "Try it." They all started jumping. Dill bounced in the air, clapping and giggling with each jump. The babies played on the mat until they had tuckered themselves out. One by one, they fell fast asleep. It wasn't a mat. While they slept, the brown mat turned into a giant turkey balloon. The babies floated way up into the sky. Do you see them? They're all sitting on top of or sleeping right there on top of the turkey. The parade was about to start. Suddenly, Angelica yelled, "I have to go get my crown!" "We do not have time," said her teacher, Mrs. Weimer. When Mrs. Weimer was looking the other way, Angelica climbed down from the float and ran to find her mother. "Sweetie," cried Charlotte, "what are you doing here?" "My crown!" Angelica yelled. Out of breath, she grabbed it and dashed back for the float, but she was too late. The float left without her. So Angelica caught a ride on another float. "Great, you are here," said a girl. "Put this on." Being a big fat turkey was not what Angelica had in mind. Someone plopped her onto the table. Look at her. That's her mad face. "Uh-oh," Tommy shouted, waking the others. "We got kidnapped by a giant flying turkey during our nap. Maybe he got us mixed up with his own babies. He will probably take us to a giant nest and sit on us," cried Lil. "I see ants," Lil exclaimed, pointing to the crowd below. "I think I'm going to be sick," Chucky said, covering his eyes. "I know," Tommy cried. "We need to steer the turkey to the tree and climb down." "How do you steer a turkey?" asked Phil. Just then, Dill saw a bird and began to flap his arms. "Good idea," Dill said Tommy. "We can pretend we are birds to steer the turkey. Flap, flap, flap." They flew closer and closer to the tree, and pop, hiss, the giant turkey balloon floated slowly toward the ground. "It's too late," Kimmy shouted. "We're headed straight for the giant nest." But the babies landed safely on Angelica's float, right in her empty throne. "Quick, Drew, get the camera," said Charlotte. "Here comes our princess. The crowd loves her," said Drew. But when the float pulled up, all of the grown-ups gasped. "How did our children get up there?" said Dee Dee. "I guess the big turkey went to look for his real babies," said Tommy. They waved at their parents. "Angelica is a turkey," shouted Stu, pointing. "Hey, who are you calling?" began Drew, but then he spotted Angelica. When the parade was over, Dee Dee, Stu, Betty, Howard, Kira, and Chase scooped the babies up and gave them lots of hugs and kisses. Angelica climbed onto her rightful throne. Okay, honey, called Charlotte. Let me see the royal wave and smile. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you like this book. Please subscribe to our channel and like the video.